Where are you? That was the redo.
What?
You only need to do 4. You only need to do 4. Okay. Page 42, work backward. Another problem-solving strategy. Yes? I was trying to hope that we weren't going to do extra. I wasn't offering any extra credit. It just kind of confuses things, okay? I wanted you to focus on the 4 and get those 4 right, okay? It didn't hurt you, but it probably didn't help you as much as you thought it would, okay? We're moving forward. We're not working backward. We're moving forward. We're not working backward anymore. I mean, we're going to be working backward, but not working backward about. It's a problem-solving strategy on page 42. And when we speak of working backward, it is a strategy that we sometimes use with word problems. Now, the approach that we'll take with these word problems is the same as the approach that we take with any word problem. We want to read through the problem entirely at first, and then we want to see what kind of information that we know, and then we want to see what information are we trying to find out. That part will not change. When they say they want us to work backward, we may start working from the end of the problem and work our way back to the beginning. So normally with word problems, we'll start at the beginning of the problem. You know, the important information they'll give us is right at the beginning, and then we'll just kind of follow the problem as we go. Here, it's going to be just slightly different, not necessarily harder, but just something to think about. So the best way, I think, always is to just kind of dive in and give it a shot. So page 43, guided practice, number 1. Let's all take a look together. Lynn sold 3 times as many lanterns in the first hour as in the second. She sold 84 more lanterns in the second hour than in the third. She sold her last 29 lanterns in the third hour. How many lanterns did Lynn sell in all? Okay. So how many hours, first of all, did Lynn sell lanterns? 3 total hours, okay? So let's do this. We'll say the first hour, second hour, third hour. It's just a way in which we can organize the information that's there. When looking at this problem as a whole, it can be intimidating with all the verbiage that's used, all the words that are used, and you say, wow, it's enough to make my head spin, I don't know what to do first. Well, organize, try to sort the information that you have. Chances are, we're going to have to just take what they give us. I don't know, it says 3 times as many the first hour as in the second. Well, I don't know how many are in the first until I know how many are in the second, right? She sold 84 more lanterns in the second hour than the third. Well, I need to know how many she sold in the third before I can find out how many are in the second. Thankfully, she sold her 29 lanterns in the third hour. Is there an amount that I can put down under first, second, or third that I know for sure? Carlos. 29 in the third hour. Okay? In your book, number 1, put your finger on the sentence that says she sold her last 29 lanterns in the third hour. Put your finger on it so I can see that you see it. Now, chances are we're going to have to work our way back to this second hour. That's what they mean by working backwards. See, ordinarily, we'd find the first hour, then we'd find the second, then we'd find the third. Well, now we're going to find the third, second, first. We're just working backward. Okay, so if it says that she sold 84 more lanterns in the second hour than the third, well, 84 more than the third. So 84, what are we going to do, Liam? Plus 29 should give us 113. Okay. Then we're not finished yet. Okay, she sold 3 times as many lanterns in the first hour than in the second. 3 times as many in the first than in the second. So if I know she sold 113 in the second, how am I going to get 3 times as many, Dasan? Awesome. And 9, 3, 3. Am I done? Did I answer the question that needed to be answered? Maya? No. Maya, what is the question? In all. Okay, she sold for 3 hours. Hour 1, she sold 339. Hour 2, 113. Hour 3, 29. In all suggests I should do what, Desriana? Let's add them up. So let's take that 339, the 113, and the 29, and let's put them all together. 9 and 3 is 12. 12 and 9 is 21. 5, 6, 7, 8. And 4 suggests 481, and she was selling lanterns, right? Coincidence, I chose green for lantern. All right, you get it? Okay. Now, Eli, did we do all this work in our head? What did we use to help us with this problem? We did. What else did we use? You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them in your hand. Pencils and paper. Write your information down. Try number 2. Don't be afraid. Number 2. Reading through the problem entirely first. A food stall sold twice as many mooncakes as lotus seed paste cakes. Lotus seed paste cakes. It sold 3 times as many lotus seed paste cakes as mung bean cakes. If it sold 72 mung bean cakes, how many cakes did the stall sell? So it's very similar to the first one that we did. Okay, so what do we know? We know it sold 72 mung bean cakes, right? It also said it sold 3 times as many lotus seed paste cakes as mung bean cakes. All right, 72 mung bean cakes And what's the relationship between the mung bean cakes and the, what is it, the lotus seed cakes? 3 times as many, right? So 3 times as many lotus seed cakes, right? So how am I going to find out how many lotus seed, Liam? And that's going to give us 216 lotus seed cakes. Okay? So I've got 2, and then the last one, twice as many moon cakes as lotus seed paste cakes. So twice as many of these. And these are moon cakes? So are we finished? What do we need to do? Add them all up. They say how many cakes were sold in all? 720 cakes. The need to be thorough is very important because our brains are so conditioned to just stopping, and we don't often finish the problem. Liam.
It just says how many did a stall sell.
Okay, well, isn't the stall selling these cakes?
There were 3 different stalls.
No, a food stall. Does a food stall serve more than one kind of food? No. Try number 3. Now that you're experienced with these, try number 3. Well, you're not going to get any of this if you don't write anything down. In the last 2 problems, what was the first thing that we wrote down? Was what we knew. Then we go from there. In fact, if you know you're working backwards, start at the bottom of your problem after you've read it through once, and then just kind of work yourself back up to the top. Number 3. Again, strategy. Let's read through the whole problem first, and it says a vendor. A vendor is someone who sells something. At the Tet Trong Thu Festival, has 12 more star lanterns than fish lanterns. He has twice as many fish lanterns as butterfly lanterns. How many star lanterns does the vendor have if he has 25 butterfly lanterns? So again, I'm going to start off with the 25 butterfly. Then I'll work my way from the bottom up, Carlos. He has twice as many fish lanterns as butterfly lanterns. Doesn't matter. We know how many butterfly. He has twice as many fish. What's twice as many than 25? So he must have 50 fish. Is this twice as many butterfly? Yes. And then finally, the last one says he has 12 more star lanterns than fish lanterns. So if he has 12 more star than fish,
Add 12 and you'll get 62.
do I add all these up?
No.
No, because it asks, Edzo, they just want to know how many star lanterns. Okay? So in that case, we just give them how many star lanterns there are. Okay? Try number 4. Team A has half as many dancers as Team B. Team B had 16 more dancers than C and D combined. Team C has 3 times as many dancers as Team D. Team D has 6 dancers. How many dancers are on Team A? So Maya, first thing I know is that Team D has 6 dancers, right? What do I know about Team C? Team C has 3 times as many, means I have to do what with the 6? Which equals 18 for Team C. Did you get that much? All right. Now, Maya, Team B has what? No, just tell me 16 more than. So 16 more than C and D combined. If I combined C and D, what do we get? Okay. And 16 more is going to equal 40. And Team A has half as many as Team B, which equals 20. Okay. Okay. Sure. Number 5. Not yet? All right. In the parade, there were 4 times as many drummers as there were unicorn dancers. There were twice as many cymbal players as drummers. If there were 56 cymbal players, how many were in the parade in all? Now, if we know that there were 56 cymbal players, and we know that there was twice as many cymbal players as drummers, how many drummers would there be? Say, 28. 28 drummers. And if I know also there were 4 times as many drummers as unicorn dancers. Well, 4 times as many drummers means how many unicorn dancers, Liam?
7.
Just 7. Then they want to know how many in all, right, Carlos? So what do I do? Add them all up, right? We got it. So we got 13, and that's 91. Because you multiply, I kept multiplying instead of dividing by 2. Right? Careful as to what they're asking you. All right. You have about 15 minutes. You have about 15 minutes in class, and this 2-5 is going to be extra credit. I'll remind you that midterms come out on Wednesday. So there are 5 problems on here. You have the opportunity to gain as many as 5 extra credit points. Case. Okay? You have the opportunity to get 5 extra credit points. Now, since this